Hey y'all, welcome back to City Skylines. This is my beautiful city of Blackwoods, and this is one of my weird, unique designs of a park. There you go. Oh, that's kind of cool to see people actually use that. That's kind of cool. Wonder how many times I can say it's kind of cool in a sentence. Oh well, that's kind of cool. There you go. So yeah, let's do a little recap of what I got done last time around. And here we are. This is my last week's creation, I guess. I think it's about a week ago. I've been super busy, so apologies for those who have been waiting, the 1% of you. So there you go. This is my kind of, it was originally going to be a kind of a small rural town, but it ended up becoming a small town in a small forest. You can see here. There you go. So this is what I built. Originally we had the kind of industry set up here. Then I kind of filled it in with generic here. Got a bit of forestry here, a little bit of farming here. Huge industrial farming buildings, that is. I kind of like the sheds more than these ones, but yeah, okay, I'll let it slide for now. So yeah, this kind of grew up because of the demand for work over there by these guys living in these kind of rural areas here. So yeah, this kind of grew up, and this is my town square. I built all this in. It's just a very small town. Little school there. Kind of winding country roads or country lanes, whichever way you want to put it, that kind of thing. Put another little school here. There you go. This country road winds all the way around the forest, and got a couple of these kind of houses in the woods, cabins in the woods. Yeah, that's maybe a cabin in the wood. There you go. Did my Hobbiton wind turbine farm part 3. You know what? I never knew there were steps and a door there. Oh well, weird. But there you go. Yeah, it's called number 3 because it's the third one I've built. There's one over there somewhere and one. See it in the background just there. There you go. So yeah, did all that, and then I detailed a whole bunch of this, and it's kind of really converted it into a kind of a forest. Love the fact we got tractors running around here. That's kind of super cool. And also I don't know, I got really kind of tickled by this one. I see it. Where is it? Am I going? Oh, I'm going to my way. Then oh, there we go. I'm gonna pause the game just here. I did my very first ever rail crossing. There you go. So it's kind of cool. And I also placed my very first ever yellow bus, rural bus. There you go. The intention for this is it's not only is it a school bus, it's also, it kind of goes for the vibe of the place. So there you go. That was my kind of small town in a forest. There you go. Look at it without me whizzing around, making you kind of nauseous. Looks like that. I did a couple of interesting detailing bits. Like this one here. There you go. Kind of a gazebo and a path that doesn't stop there. For some reason, it stops it there. That's just the way the game's designed. What else? I did finish off my little waterworks. It looked like that. You wouldn't know beyond the hills there's a whole lot of industry going on, would you? There you go. I did a little bit of widening up this bit of barren land, as you can see there. And I created another of my little kind of weird parks, which people are using. There you go. And it looks like that. There you go. And from above it looks a little bit different. There you go. So yeah, that's what we got done. So let's plan what we're going to do this time around. Right, so this time around, we're going to finish off Columbus Circle, which is, I cannot really do because I haven't got the actual assets or kind of tools to do that kind of thing. So I'm just going to come up with my own version. Should I have a statue there, really? But we've only got one statue. Maybe I can finish off detailing... Oh yeah, Ground Zero. Got to finish off Ground Zero, which is practically not going to change because I can't do anything on there. And, oh yeah, this is a bit of a shame. Washington Square Park. I really wanted to have this kind of lengthways this way, but it just didn't work out because this kind of column would be kind of here, but kind of there, if that makes sense, if you flip it around this way. Yeah, and then I could come up with a design, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So this is going to be a 1% version of Washington Square Park. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're also going to try and fit in kind of maybe Liberty Island, but I don't know. I mean, I want to put it here, but you can see the ships go here. So I'm going to have to try and squeeze it in here. I might even have to change the actual positioning of the Statue of Liberty. Here it is. So there you go, Statue of Liberty. So it would be facing... Can I put it down anywhere? I can put it here. There you go. So the Statue of Liberty, you see it's facing that way. It would face this way, pointing to the kind of the east. And it would be kind of... in real life, it'd probably be down here, next to New Jersey. That kind of thing. You'd be facing this way. So I've got to try and somehow put Liberty Island here, with the statue facing this way. I don't know. It's gonna... Or maybe I can just flip it around and just have it going this way anyway. It's gonna be a bit of a problem. So yeah, that's what we got planned. But before that, I want to do a couple of fixes on this little area here. So let's start on that. Right, okay. The first things we're going to do is we're going to fix this. As you can see, we got farm hills here, and that's okay. And then for some reason, I noticed on the playback of the video, or after editing all and uploading it to YouTube, I noticed this says, how would you pronounce that? Yeah, but when I kind of went in here, I did spell it as Forest Hills. So that is very weird how that came in like that. See if it works this time. There you go. Yeah, weird. I did actually do this, but it kind of went a bit weird. I don't know. Very strange. But there you go. That's one fix. And the only other thing I want to fix right now, which has been bugging the heck out of me since I kind of let go of the episode, shall I say? Let go of the, uploaded the video. Let's put it that way. Is some path connections. Let me see. Yeah, let's see if we can put in a couple of extra paths. Now, these ones are just popped into my head right now, but this is not the actual main issue. So let's, plus button, if I remember rightly, takes off all the snap points. Let's put a couple of those in here. There we go. Is that okay? Yeah, let's leave it that kind of variety of path. This one can go in here, hopefully. There we go, and this one can go here. Gonna work this time. Kind of. Getting there. There we go. Now they got connections, but this is the, let's go on to the gravel one. This is my main kind of, issue here. There you go. So I kind of saw this, and this is kind of cool, connected here, and I suddenly thought to myself, why don't I connect it to here? Just to here. Like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete these trees here. Yep, that's okay, and we're going to put this back in. Just about there, and there we go. Now is that? I think that's working. Let's watch this person here. Speed it up. Yeah, they can go in there. That's okay. That's perfect. Just what I want. Right, let's put these trees back in. There you go. So yeah, what I'm planning for this is after I finish Central Park, which will be the last build of my whole city, hopefully I can put more trees in here to make it more of a forest. That kind of thing. That's my plan. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the tree count. He says going over the top of more trees. There we go. So that's all done. So I'm kind of happy with that. So we got an extra path here to connect that. We got paths to here, and we've named this correctly to Forest Hills. There we go. So I'm kind of happy with that. So there we go. This view here. So there you go. One final look at this. My small town in a small forest. From this view here, it probably does look like a small town in a small forest. How weird. There you go. So let's move on to our next job. So, okay, let's start here. So this is my kind of One World Trade Center and Ground Zero. You look on, let's press the escape button. There you go, press on here. This is the One World Trade Center. And this represents Ground Zero with the North and South Towers, that kind of thing. But yeah, doesn't look nothing like Ground Zero or the, yeah, it looks nothing like that. So what we're going to do, we haven't really got that amazing piece of architecture. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave these because I need a little bit of office space. I'm going to do a little bit of deleting. Is that the right move? Did I do the right thing? I'm not too sure. We're going to delete these. Let's go into here. This button, marquee selection. There we go. There we go. And here. So those are now finally deleted. What I will do, I'm going to put a series of path networks in. So let's go on here. So that's... Would that fit in? Let's go straight. Kind of want it to go... I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Just here. It stops about there. That is straight. Straight as a daisy. And that goes like that. That's okay. That works. So can I go here? I can. Okay. There we go. So yeah, this is my kind of idea now. you've ever ventured to look at the ground zero, what you'll find is a lot of trees are planted in rows. So this is going to represent the kind of rows. All this is kind of plaza. Like, hopefully I can get this working. I'm not too sure if it will, but oh, it hooks in there. That's okay. Doesn't quite hook in there, but it doesn't matter. And this one here, bit of an anomaly, so let's take that off. We'll put that in about there. There we go. That's a way of getting around that. I'm going to leave that one there, so path can go through here. Nope. Okay. So there we go. So that's the kind of design, and all I'm going to do is put some trees in here. Now what they have is kind of generic trees, so let's look on... Which one is it? This one? It is. I'm in the right place. So I'll tell you what. Let's go into these ones here. I like these trees here. These are the horse chestnuts. We're going to put these in. I'm just going to do rows of them, and that's going to be our kind of ground zero. So there you go. That is my ground zero. And if you think it's done, it's not done yet. So we got a few things we need to fit in there. So let's go on to here. So let's give them a couple of benches, somewhere to sit down. I want to go for the plain bench, if I can find it. And here we go. We can put a couple of them down, just to represent somewhere for the people to actually sit. These will not be in exact locations, because this is just pretend. And do a bench there and a bench there, that kind of thing. After I've done that, I'll put in a couple of signs and maybe a little bit of entertainment for the people that visit here. And then I'll meet you at the end of this mini time lapse. Okay, there you go. I'm kind of happy with that. I think we've done as much as we can with this little area here. So it kind of looks like that. There you go. That represents my ground zero. It's absolutely nothing like it, but if you use a little bit of imagination, you can probably picture this as ground zero kind of thing. Now, we have got one more thing to put in here. Now, if you're an ex-New Yorker like me, or you got family and people that still live and love New York, like I do, there's a kind of a significant thing that's kind of missing from here. A lot of people have a very emotional attachment to this thing that I'm going to place in here. Now this would be next to the South Tower, which would really be located here, not here. But this just represents both towers, that kind of thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to put in some... Let's put in some young lindens. Now these represent really the saplings of when they replanted all these trees. And... have you ever seen like sapling trees in wintertime? They're just sticks sticking out of concrete. That's exactly what this looked like. To begin with, it was kind of very sad to see. But we're going to put in something called the survivor tree. There you go. Now this tree was found under the rubble of the wreckage of 9/11, that kind of thing. Well, I want to try and find a tree that would represent that. And what they did, they took it away, they nursed it back to health, and the guy that came up with designing this fell in love with the tree, and because it sprang back into life, they brought it back in, and they called it the survivor tree, and I'm looking for a tree that would fit in. There you go, that's it, that's the survivor tree. There you go, so that's a very, very special tree, one of the most important trees in the whole of New York. So there you go. Now, listening to my words do not do it justice. So yeah, let's delete that. Can I delete it? I can. Put that in. There we go. Dean Park. I don't think so. This is going to be called the Survivor Tree. There you go. The Survivor Tree. Actually, I'll tell you what I can do. I'll delete this little area here. What I'll do, I'll call this Ground Zero. And then I'll do a little place here and call that the Survivor Tree. That kind of thing. So yeah, let's do that. And there you go. That represents my kind of Ground Zero. So there you go. That's the only way I can do it without any mods or any DLC. Or the room. Or the layout. That kind of thing. So there you go. And there's the Survivor Tree. There you go. So yeah, I would go, and if you ever go to New York, please check it out. It's kind of cool. You can see where all the new branches have grown. It's absolutely beautiful. There you go. And it kind of tells the story. You got the lower half where it was kind of survived 9/11, and you got all the new branches showing the tree where wanted to live, wanted to survive, that kind of thing. So it's a kind of a beautiful story. There you go. So yeah, I'll definitely check that out. So there you go. That is Ground Zero. So let's work our way on to we'll work on that one last. Let's do our Columbus Circle, because that's going to be kind of easy. Right, okay, so let's work on Columbus Circle. So first things first, let's create a zone. So just a right-click button and delete, and then hold down left-click, and then we can create a new zone. In case you wanted to know how to do that. I guess none of you do, because you probably already know. So let's click on here. Let's rename this Columbus Circle. There we go, Columbus Circle. It's a traffic circle in the middle of a heavy kind of intersection, which is kind of very strange. That they've got a kind of a monument and a kind of a plaza or a park kind of based here, really, at this busy intersection. But as you probably guessed already, it's named after Christopher Columbus. So there will be a monument in the center here. It's kind of like a column with a statue on top. It's surrounded by kind of water fountains and trees, and the seating is kind of stone, I guess, stone seating, that kind of thing. So we got to see if we can come up with an idea, because I can't do that with what I've got here. So let's try something. Okay, let's go to paths. There we go. Now, are snapping points on? I think they are. Okay, there we go. Just going to put these in here like this. Now I'm thinking we got to try and turn these into circles. So let's go 40. Yeah, okay, 40. So 40 this way would be... Try that again. So that's 40. Okay, let's go 40 this way. Maybe not. Okay, let's go 40 this way. Thank you. There we go, like that. And 40. Oh, it doesn't want to do 40. What if I get rid of that? Interesting, interesting. Okay. Let's put that back. I'm guessing this is 40 here. Let's have a look. Yep, there we go. That's a weird way of doing it, but I got it there in the end. There we go. So that kind of represents a circle. So let's go out another 40. So guess is here. Is that 40? I can't see. This way is easier to judge it. There we go. It's kind of cool. So we're going to delete... I don't know yet. So let's go 40 here. So there we go. We got that kind of weird design. So what we're going to do now, we're going to delete all these corners here. I'm going to go on freeform. And we're going to create a circle. And now if you're not too sure on what to do or how to judge it correctly, you don't have to delete all of this. And just do it like I'm doing here in little sections like that. There you go. There you go. And my snapping points are still on, and now we got a circle. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the same with these. You don't have to do what I'm doing. To find out another way of doing it, but yeah, to this point here, and you can move it down there like that. Doesn't really represent a correct circle. So let's try that going the other way. There you go. That kind of works. So there and there. Yeah, kind of happy with that. So let's finish this off. There you go. You can see I made a couple of little adjustments because it doesn't kind of snap in correctly because of the way the game is set out, that kind of thing. Let's say I went freeform, would take away the snapping points. I mean, I could try that. Should we try that? See, it naturally wants to snap kind of here, and here would be the next one, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah, that kind of works. There you go. So yeah, you can use the snapping points as a guide, and then turn them off to make it a little bit better. But you can see it's not really perfect, but it doesn't matter. So let's delete all these in the middle. There we go. And we're going to put a statue in the middle here. And this is the only one we got. So we're going to pretend this is Christopher Columbus riding a horse. Eyeball that, and that will go just about there, I guess. Right, so we got that design. Now the interesting thing here is these paths do not join here or here or here or here. It's kind of an interesting design, so I'm going to see if I can work this out. I guess it would kind of go here. So let's put it on straight. Kind of this shape here. And this one would do, could it be kind of like this, kind of like a kind of a radioactive sign, that kind of thing. So this would go kind of here. So this one's okay. Maybe I could leave it like that. I don't know. And then this one would go kind of here. Like that. So it's kind of that shape. Maybe I could make that straighter. I don't know. Let me... Because it's only a pretend version. Yeah, okay. So it would look like that. It's kind of weird. So there you go. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to put some seating in for people by clicking on the wrong button. So yeah, let me see. You put seating here. So if you use your imagination, these would be long kind of poles, and they'd have fountains along here, and they kind of have a stone-shaped seating kind of bench here. It's kind of interesting. Let me put it that way. So yeah, so let me time lapse this in. There you go. So that's kind of a poor representation because really these paths would kind of go and meet at a point here. But that's a little bit kind of hard when you're trying to draw circles, especially with the snapping points. If I kind of had Move It and Surface Painter, I believe they're the mods people use, we could make a proper Washington Square Park and a Columbus Circle and a Ground Zero. But I really haven't got anything. So I got to try and wing it. So that's what we're doing. We're winging it. So to represent these kind of fountains, what we're going to do, we're going to go straight into this menu here and look for those rocks, my favorite rocks. Oh my god. I can't believe I started off the whole series hating rocks and not wanting them in my city. But here we go again. So let's put all these like that. So I don't really have any stone walls, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of stone walled into doing this. So this is going to be my kind of weird creation design. Like that. So yeah, we'll probably carry this on all the way around here. Then let's go back into here. Now I'm thinking, let's see what we got. We have got two kind of fountains. We got this tiny one here. But we're going to go for the big one. And what I'm going to do is going to kind of encircle these with fountains, that kind of thing. Now if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Go. So we're going to do that. And what I might do is I might put some trees behind here. So I might move these a little bit closer, put trees behind here, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's a good idea. I could do that. So yeah, let's try this as an experiment. So let's go back onto this one here and put a rock here. Like that. So what I'm doing is yet again, I'm doing a little bit of artistic licensing. There you go. That's kind of working. And what I like about this is you can hide part of the fountains behind the rock. So that's kind of cool. We got this version here or this version here. I'm thinking this version. And what we can do is we can put trees behind here. And my kind of famous classic tall grass clusters, that kind of thing. A little bit of decoration like that. So yeah, that kind of looks okay. I'm kind of happy with that. And we can put a tree in there. Let's go for... I don't know, what's this one look like? A live oak. It's interesting. Yeah, let's go with the standard horse chestnuts, I think. Put them all around here like that. There you go. That kind of looks okay. I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, we'll just do this all the way around, and that'll be kind of my design. So there you go. This is my Columbus circle for now. So you got to use your imagination, because it only looks a little bit like this, where those paths would kind of come to a point here and here, that kind of thing. So yeah, it would have flower beds on the outer side, kind of here. But if you use your imagination and put it in real life, the flower beds would be here, and the roads would be kind of around the edge here. So in my game, it's this size here, but in reality, Columbus Circle would probably be this size if you're basing it on the kind of path structure. There you go, that kind of thing. So let's move on to my next build, which would be Washington Square Park. So here we go, Washington Square Park, and like I said, it's gonna, yeah, it's artistic licensing again. Really, I should have this column kind of facing this way. Well, no, actually, it's in the right place, but it would be kind of in, let me move it. So imagine it was here, but facing over there, that kind of thing. Let's put that back. So it's kind of weird. So yeah, there's only a couple of things I can do here. I really want to put in the playground, because we have a playground, which is kind of, it would be kind of here. Which, as you can see, I can't fit that in. So I will put a playground in anyway. And yeah, and also we got a kind of a water fountain, so maybe I could represent that. So let's go back onto the paths. There you go. So yeah, that would kind of fit in here, I guess. Put it on straight. Snapping points on. Let's see if we can kind of measure this out. To here, I guess. And I guess the fountain would be kind of, I don't know, kind of here. Let's go 40, wasn't it, with the magic number? There you go. So we got a perfect building in the way again. There you go. So we got a perfect circle here. Sounds like a name of a band or an album. So let's take off all the snapping points. So I'm going to fit that in. Can, just about. Put that in there. That works. Can I do the other way? Can. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of cool. So what I'll do, I'll put a playground in here. And we just put in a couple of path networks, I guess. And well, it kind of goes like this, I guess. Ooh, maybe I should delete that. Put that back in. Right, okay, so we got that. So we got the integrity kept in place. So this is going to be kind of interesting. So we're going to go here. And we're going to put a path here like that. I'm going to put a path here like that. There you go. We're going to do the same thing here. There you go. It's kind of janky, but it bit of a stretch working it out. But yeah, that kind of works. Oh, maybe I should have left that in. Just like that, just bracing path. What we're going to do a kind of another little kind of a weird shape. So that's going to be about here. Take off my snap points this time. I'm going to kind of go like this kind of. Where's it snapping in? Snapping in there. Okay. So we're going to put a path here. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of a circle. We're just going to stop it just before there, and it'll automatically hook in that kind of way. So that's kind of where there to there is about 80, I guess. So that's about there. I'm going to do the same thing here. There you go. So that kind of works. So that's my kind of weird design. So what we could have done is we could have put a playground in, as in one of the parks on here, but they are too big. So what we do, we'll come up with my own version, as per usual, and we're going to put that in here. And that would be, yeah, that would represent our Washington Square Park, that kind of thing. So let's see what we got on here. We go, this one will work. So we put a slide here. And what you can do is maybe this one here. Let's look at this one. What you can do with these slides is you can kind of extend them. So you can put one like that. There you go. So you look like you got an extended version. So that's kind of cool. And we can put a couple of these in. One of each, that kind of thing. Looks like one's junior and one's more kind of older child version, that kind of thing. We got anything else? We got a sand pit. We could put that in here. I wish we had some swings, but we don't. So I'm just going to leave that like that. That'll be okay. Is there anything else here? No, I think that's all we got. We'll put a couple of benches in, so parents can watch their kids safely. Right, next we're going to work on the center here. So there we go. Take away that path. So what goes in here is kind of, this is like lots of stone steps. And you got all these kind of water fountains here, and they go into this big giant pool, and then you got another kind of fountain in the center, but it's it's impossible. So we're gonna just do what I can. So we're gonna, this will represent the central one. Do a bit of eyeballing kind of thing. There you go. Now from memory, I think it's let me think, there's I'm trying to remember this. 1, 2, I think it just represents kind of a clock. So, oh, I tell you what I can do. This is going to be perfect. We'll go use the little ones. Yeah, this will work out even better. There you go. So you got one there, you have one there. You're going to have one there, one there. There you go. And you're going to have kind of one other side here. Kind of like that. There you go. Imagine this is all seating. This is a giant pool, and you got another giant kind of fountain in the center here, that kind of thing. But it kind of comes up from the floor. It's not raised up like that. But there you go. So you can use your imagination again. And then what we'll do, we go back to our trusted seating, which is that bench, which is somewhere. I will find it. There we go. What we do a similar thing as we did over Columbus Circle with the seating. We do that here. There you go. So it's going to be something like that. So that's as good as I can get it, I guess. So what I'll do is I'll do a bit of a detailing time lapse at the end of this, and we'll finish that off. But yeah, that's going to be my Washington Square Park for now. There you go. So that's kind of cool. I forgot one thing. There we go. A spinning wheel. There you go. So that's all done. Right, so moving on to the last part of my build, we are going to try and do Liberty Island, which would be kind of around about this area here, facing this way. Okay, so we're going to try and squeeze an island in, and then as you can see, these shipping lines are kind of in the way, and there's no way I can move them. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, I'll tell you what, let's this view here. What is my traffic? My traffic is 90%. How amazing. Let's go here. There we go. So that's perfect. So this is the shipping line. So I want to try and put the island here. So here, okay, this will work. We're going to lace up the land here. Right, so there you go. That's our kind of marker of land. So we know the ships don't go beyond here. So that's kind of cool. But what I will do is I'll try and build the island, but keep it facing the original way, which is that way. And as you can see, this is going to cause a lot of flooding across here, as it's doing there. But I can fix that later. So yeah, let's do that. So let's measure out the Statue of Liberty. So go into here. It's going to put a road, any old road to go in. For now. Just there for now. Stop saying for now, please. So we're going to put that in there. Let's see what the measurements are for this. So this is a little bit, there we go. Okay, perfect. So that is, from there to there is 600. So let's put that in. And there to there is, okay, 560. 560, 600, 560. Okay, so not exactly square. As long as I got that kind of measurement there, let's delete this and this. Going trucks and cars going through there. There we go. So I want to try and represent an island this kind of width and size. So that's going to be kind of interesting. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. So let's try that and watch the flooding. Right, so there you go. Got this stretch of land here. Let's see. Yep, as per usual, it's going to flood the whole of my city, but that will recover. That is not a problem. So let's go back to those markings again, see if I can remember them. So we are looking for 560 by 600. I remember. Yep, 560 by 600. About there. There we go. And let's see if we can fit the Statue of Liberty in here. Now, I've got to put a road in here because it just won't work. There we go. Let's move that. Now the Statue of Liberty faces this way here. Right, so there we go. So what I want to do now is see if I can come up with a way of getting people in and out of the island. Now, I don't have any DLC, which is a bit of a shame, so I've got no... Is it ferries, ferry transport, that kind of thing? I could put a train line across here, or a bridge, but it would take away the impact of it being an island. So we're going to see if we can come up with some kind of tunnel design. So, yep, that's no snapping points on. Yeah, that hooks in, that's okay. Let's see if we can hook this into here. There we go, so they got a way to get into the island. Perfect. So let's see if I can get that to the surface. Man, okay. It is perfect. There we go, so we can pretend this is a... I don't know, underground parking, I don't know, that kind of thing. Right, so now we got that tunnel connected. Let's see if we can come up with a way of hooking that in. Now, what I want to do, I definitely want to kind of have... These are interesting. Is this on straight? It is, okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. What I want to do, I want to represent the kind of plaza, the walkway. It's very decorative, but I want to kind of represent that here. But also, it has a circle. So let me do it from here. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to work out a circle. So as long as I got that as 160, I can go back into here, reform. There we go, perfect. And then I can delete these two here, because I got this as a marker. There you go, and that kind of ends in the circle, that kind of thing. So there we go, that's pretty cool. And then what we can do is we can hook that back in there like that. Take away this road here, this, and we got this design here. There you go. So yeah, that's kind of my design. So let's find a way of hooking this in. Right, so there you go. So we got this kind of design here. It's kind of, it's nothing really like Liberty Island, but you know, let's see what we can do with it. So let's do a little bit more land shaping. So let's see if we can get this working. So what I want to do to shape the land is I'm going to put a road in, kind of like this. Well, actually, that would go kind of here, like that. There we go. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do a few odd shapes in here and there. So that's the center of there. So let's go here. Like that. And I'm going to do a couple of odd shapes. Like that and like that. There we go, like that. That's kind of, I'm fine with that. And then we're going to put that in just like that. And that's going to be the kind of the weird shape of our kind of Liberty Island. It's kind of, yeah, it's not really like that, but it kind of is, I guess. So yeah, let's do smoothing the land. Right, so there you go. This is my kind of Liberty Island. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on here and we're going to do, yep, a little bit of click on here to make sure we got the same height of terrain. We're going to extend this out a little bit more, kind of here. Let's put that on that size there. There we go. Like that. Do that all the way around the whole edge here. This here. Here we're going to be okay with. So what we're going to do now, we're going to try and put a key wall in right around the edge of this. So let's go into the right one. This one here. Yeah, there we go. So let's see if we can put a key wall in. Now I'm trying to keep these straight. If we can get this hooking in correctly, that's kind of okay. There we go. I'm going to follow the kind of the shape we have here. Like that. Like that and like that. There we go. So it's a little bit similar to Liberty Island. A little bit, about 2%. There you go. So that's kind of done. I'm kind of happy with that. So let's put in a couple of Maybe some office buildings in here. So they got a couple of buildings up and down here, I think. And then there's maybe a few around kind of here, I guess. So I'll tell you what, let's extend that road. Kind of like that would be fine, as long as it's not auto-saving. There you go, that should be fine. Yeah, kind of happy with that. So let's give them some water. There we go. There's the water. So they're going to need their own power supply, so that's kind of interesting. So, yeah, there you go. It's not exactly on the water, but it'll work. There you go. So we got that. Right, is there anything I can fit in here? We could put this in to represent one of the kind of buildings. There you go. That's kind of cool. Fire, what does fire look like? We could put that kind of here. And a little bit of a police station. Put them there. There we go. So you could just pretend these are kind of different kind of buildings. So the museum we're going to have is a kind of maybe an office building. So let's have that there. Now let's go back to these roads. I'm thinking of having the road kind of here. Yeah, I'm going to put the road there instead because it kind of makes more sense to me. So there we go. That's kind of cool. And I'm going to put a kind of a building in here. So I've dezoned these again. So I want to kind of put another building kind of down here. So I want a building here. And I want a kind of building facing this way, I think. So let's make sure that's straight. Like that. That's kind of cool. Like that. And then I want to put a road here. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, so that's kind of cool. And this road would kind of follow all the way down here to up here. And this is where people get in and off Liberty Island, that kind of thing. So at least we got a little bit of surfaces to give them a little bit of protection. Garbage is going to have to come via tunnel, that kind of thing. So let's hopefully see if this works. So let's go back to zoning again. So, yeah, so this is going to represent let's go on here. This is going to represent the museum. So we're going to put I'm not too sure how these work out. So let's try this size for now. And maybe we're going to put a building here. I'm going to do another one here. And I'm going to put in a couple of stores. Maybe, yeah, this one could be a store. Maybe like that. And maybe you do one here. And shall I put one here? Yeah, let's do another one here. There we go. And that's going to be all our buildings for this kind of area here. It's kind of interesting, but it'll work, trust me. So, yeah, let's watch. Oh, tell you what, let's make sure all the water hooks up here as well. There we go. That should be okay. So, yeah, let's watch it grow in, and I'll do a bit of whack-a-mole in. There you go. So I am more than happy with that. That'll do for now. I mean, I can't get any better than that, really. So the only two kind of things I want to put down here now are, let's have a look on here. This one here. Yeah, let's put in some of these marinas and piers, that kind of thing. So what is this? Floating cafe. Oh, that's not even going to fit in there. What a shame. I could put one kind of here to represent the one that's going to be, it should be there really. Yep, there you go. That kind of works. I wish I could put one here. I can't though. It's a shame. Let's hook that up with water. There you go. Perfect. There we go. Absolutely perfect. So I'm glad that's kind of next to there. Is there any other kind of marina park? It's this one here, isn't it? The floating fish. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh well, never mind. I'll just leave that like that. Unless I... No, I'm not going to play around with the land. Should I? No, it's okay. We'll just pretend it's like that. There we go. So yeah, this is my Liberty Island. Finally got it done. There you go. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do, we're going to call this the episode. What I'm going to do is going to finish off any kind of detailing, and then I'll get back to you at the end of all this. Right, okay, everybody. We are absolutely, completely finished on this. Yeah, that was kind of cool. It was for me anyway. It was kind of like a low-key kind of build, but I'm kind of happy with that. So let's do a little recap of what we got. Oh, that's kind of busy. That's kind of cool, though. I like that. Yeah, let's do a little recap of what we got done. So we did a couple of fixes over here. Change that to Forest Hills like it's supposed to be, which is kind of weird. Why it kind of changed itself to a kind of weird spelling. We also put in a couple of paths, so if I can find them, here we go. So they can just connect into these cul-de-sacs, just like that. And then I extended the path from here, which went to this cul-de-sac here. I just extended it to here because it kind of makes sense. There you go, so that's that. Next on my list is we did a bit of detailing or decorating, I guess. And here we are as we move from north to south of the island. This is Columbus Circle, which is completely nothing like this. I think the trees are a bit too big and there's too many. There should only be one kind of row of trees around here, that kind of thing. But I thought, let's put a little bit of artistic licensing on there. So it kind of looks like that. So there you go. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. There you go. It's a bit overkill with the water fountains, but I don't mind. I don't mind that. Really, this is supposed to be, yeah, we'll just leave that like that, but it's not exactly Christopher Columbus, but it'll do. Next on my list is Ground Zero, which kind of looks like this. I don't have the north and south towers, so I kind of put this here because it kind of looks, I don't know, it just reminds me of it could be like a Ground Zero memorial. So this is Ground Zero. If you come out of here, you can actually see that I labeled them. Columbus Circle. And back here they go. Ground Zero. There you go. And the survivor tree, which is this one here. So let's go back in this view here. He says double clicking. There we go. So yeah, this is my kind of mock-up of Ground Zero, which is 2% like that, I guess, maybe. I do remember when they first kind of planted these. Was it 2007? I must have been like kind of just out of school, I guess. Was I out of school? I was in school. No, I was still in school. So yeah, it's kind of like that. There you go. So that is Ground Zero. It's very basic, isn't it? So there you go. This is my Washington Square Park. It should be this orientation. Put this way, and this column should be here. But yeah, it's a very, very pretend version of Washington Square Park. There you go. Where my uncle and auntie still live. So yeah, this is my old stomping ground. There you go, and the kind of playground would be up here in this corner. Well, up there somewhere. There you go, but it looks like that. There you go. It's a bit tricky to do this because all this is kind of a water fountain. Little stone steps to go into all this huge water fountain, that kind of thing. So it looks like that. There you go. So that's my Washington Square Park, and the last thing on my list is I built Liberty Island. And this one was an actual building. There you go, this is Liberty Island. I decided to move that a bit further back, but when I was doing screenshots, then I could hide it. There you go, so yeah, this is Liberty Island. This would be a museum. It's one building. It's got a kind of a grassy roof. This slopes up, and this is all sloped. There isn't a road here, but this is the only way I could get traffic in and out of here was by building a tunnel. Which, can I look at the tunnel on here? I'm not too sure. Press down. There we go. Yeah, I can. So there you go. So I kind of looped it into the tunnel here. There you go. So that's how I got around that problem. Back in here, that's how I sorted out the power. I don't have a room to put a jetty or a marina because the boundary lines... they're in the way, because I want to put, this would be the main access point of the island here, via ship, well, boat. So, back in this view here, and there is another one over here, and I kind of put that there, so there you go. So yeah, this is Liberty Island. If you've ever been there, you'll see the millions of tables they got here for people to eat their food and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I couldn't do anything with this. It was just too difficult because I haven't got any mods or assets. This is supposed to be Flagpole Plaza, so you got to imagine this is a giant flagpole. But I really can't do anything other than that. There you go. And lots of trees around here. This is normally cordoned off, and this is where they have all their storage and building, because there's always like being repairs done on the lady herself. So this is normally cordoned off. Really, there isn't a road around here, but it's the only way I can get access to the lady herself. So normally there'll be a path that goes around here, and they kind of go in this kind of format, which is why I've kind of done a little gesture of that there. There you go, and people don't be this far away because you're kind of like fenced off. You can't get any closer until you go into the building, that kind of thing. So yeah, there you go. That is my Liberty Island. So that is, I guess we're going to say this is the last build before I do my Central Park over there. So there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope it was worth the wait. So yeah, in the meantime, everybody, sincerely, look after each other. Have a really nice day, and I will see y'all